But before we can do anything, we need to open this inverter. There are 4 screws here, and we are going to move them. We need to unscrew all this. To unscrew all of this. One more left. Then you just remove the cover, and this is how it looks like inside. This is how the system looks like on paper. We are going to have an inverter with 3000, and we are going to convert the system into a battery bank, maybe 48 or 96 volt. We are going to connect it in series or in parallel. Then in between, we are going to have a BMI or charge controller or regulator, either way you want to present it. This is the one that connects directly to the solar panels on our roof. So the solar panels will power the battery controller. The battery controller will then put power into the batteries. Then we'll choose which inverter we are going to use here. It's either we are going to use the UPS, or we can also use your normal inverter. So once the system is up and running, we will then update you guys on how it works and how can you also do this at your home as well. It is not that complicated. You just need to do a little bit of research, and don't be afraid to use pliers and screwdrivers. Then you are good to go. I know it might look a bit scary, but this is how it looks inside. This is how it looks inside. And this is a one we got from the auction, but I think these little plastic pins can be removed. Let's try to remove them. Okay, there we go. Maybe even, I think this one is covering. Okay, this one cable can be easily removed as well. But now I'm removing this cover. Oh, you can see there's many things underneath here. But that is not our main problem. We want to know only about this. And you see it says battery plus, and the other one it says battery negative. Those are the only things that we need to concern ourselves with, because if we trace them, they are here. This is the positive and this is the negative. These are the most two important cables that we need to connect from the back to the batteries here, because remember, this is a very powerful system. It will power our fridge, it will power our lights, and it also will power our microwave. It can also power our it's a fridge, microwave, lights, and will power our home theater and the TV, and also all the laptops, and we can charge everything in the house. And this is the system we are going to use. So from now on, what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna remove this again, and we look there, we see that those batteries, even on the board, you can see BAT plus and BAT negative. So we know that the power comes from these two cables, and these two cables are connected from there. So what we need to do now, is just to find some cables that are thick enough so that we move them directly to the cable. And you remember downstairs we have our battery controller, which is charging this from our solar panels on the roof. So even if there's no electricity now anymore, we can use this system off grid, because the battery will be charged by the solar panels through the controller charger. And when we put in our UPS with the display, it will also give us the monitoring of the battery, because this one is a nice one. It has, as you can see, it's got a small LCD to display. It has an on and off, so it's a quite neat. And it didn't come alone, it came also with this 8 batteries, but these 8 batteries were in a different rack. This is the rack that it was in. I opened it up also to remove this, because these batteries were dead. This is always the case with this stuff. You'll always find out that the batteries die because of, this is lead acid batteries. If they're not used, as you can see, this is a battery pack. But what we need to do with this one, I'm going to either buy maybe 8 of this brand new, or we are going to look for old laptops batteries and open it up and put them in here instead of this ones, because these ones are 18650 batteries. We just need to check them up, maybe go around, do a bit of recycling. There's a lot of this around my area, so I'm gonna go to the laptops, and this will be the next project. I'll be showing this next, because this looks very neat when it's with this one, because this one comes on top like this. Okay, let me put everything back together just to show you how they look like together. They look very nice. This goes in here. Let's put this in case something gets damaged. Put this on here. This one comes on top like this. And this is how the whole system looks like. This is how the whole system will look like once I'm done with it. And I'll also add these two into the mix. So with the system complete with 4 of these babies, and the big battery box will have 96 volts plus 48 volts. That will give us, my math's a bit rusty, 96 48 will be 50. It will give us 156 volts. Then we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, so from now on, stay tuned, and we're gonna show how we connect this to this, and also on the battery controller and our current solar system.